everybody, it's your favorite girl, Tyler Nicole Taylor, TNT, if you love me. And I just want to say welcome back to all my subbies who watch my videos. I don't know if y'all constantly watch them, but you know, just be watching them and I really appreciate it. And I just want to say welcome to the new folks that just so happen to stumble upon my little teeny corner of YouTube. Welcome. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit that like button at the end of this because you're gonna want to come back. I'm pretty. At least I hope so. I don't know. Anyway, so today I wanted to talk about the fact that I think I'm being catfished. Like, I really think I'm being catfished. So for those of you who may not know what catfish is, or being catfished is, or catfishing, no, we're not talking about the actual fish. When someone perpetrates as if they are the person pictured on the profile when they are not. That's what catfishing is. It's just basically people using fake profiles to communicate with other people. And a lot of times it might be just for shits and gigs because they're bored and they have nothing to do, or it might be because they're trying to get money from people, and sometimes it's because they just want to get attention and they feel like they don't get as much attention with their actual profiles, so they feel better hiding behind the mask, and it allows them to come out of their shell. And a lot of times in my opinion, the people that catfish, especially for that last reason, because they don't feel like they're, I guess, pretty enough or cool enough, a lot of times what they fail to realize is that they actually have a banging ass personality, and that's usually what people really gravitate to about them, and they get caught up because they got on a mask when they should have just been themselves in the first place. Why can't I talk today? OMG! What is going on? Yeah, so because I think that I'm being catfished, like I said, you know, before in previous videos, I'm not with the drama. I stay out the way, so I'm really not interested in carrying on with this person. I mean, I did ask a couple of my friends what they thought, like, should I just carry on and keep communicating with this person even though I think they're a catfish just for the sake of content? And then I thought, oh, that's kind of stank. So I decided I didn't want to do that. Plus, I'm not with the drama, because then that means I actually have to pretend like I'm really engaging in real conversation with this person and I really care about this person when I don't find them to be the person that they're posting to be. So yeah, I just decided I was gonna no longer communicate with them. I met this person on Tinder, and again, something you might want to know about me if you're new. Yeah, online dating. I don't feel like that's taboo at all, so that's something that I freely talk about on here. I talk about my Tinder profile. I just did a video on POF, well, about POF, so check those out. It'll be up here somewhere. But yeah, anyway, I don't find those things taboo. So obviously the person that I met them on a dating website, which was Tinder, and the conversation was pretty cool. I mean, I initiated it, which I normally don't do, but I figured, hey, try something new, girl, like for real. So boom, I initiated the conversation just by saying hello. Just kept it really simple. And the person responded back, and then we were talking back and forth. Yeah, and they seemed really cool, but the personality started fluctuating a little bit too much, and it made me feel like I might be talking to two different people. So that was kind of weird. Even like the way the person was typing in the beginning versus the end of the conversation, like a couple of days later, the style of typing got different, and it was just kind of like, these are two different people. The other thing is, one of the rules, I don't know if you've ever watched the show Catfish on MTV, but one of the rules to tell how you're being catfished, well, yeah, usually is a big red flag. One of them is if they have less than 100 followers on Instagram or Facebook. We're in a social media age, so most people know at least 100 people or more on social media, and it's just, especially when they look a certain way too, it's kind of like, something about that isn't adding up. It just doesn't feel all the way there. Plus, if you go through their photos and they don't have anybody tagged, it looks like the same people like their photos over and over. And a lot of times these people don't even take the time out to put captions on the photos. A lot of times those are red flags. These are, I'm just throwing them up to make it look like I have a full profile. Now the other thing, for my particular situation, I noticed one of the photos on their IG had someone in it that I knew, and that person wasn't tagged, and I know for sure that person has an Instagram account. So I went and did a cross-reference and decided to see who the account was following and who was following that account, and that person that they were in the group photo with wasn't following them. So I found that to be rather interesting. Another way to tell, like I said, you know, when the style of communication, when it changes, that's a red flag. Also, I mean, when they start talking that money shit and you don't know them, honey, now you know that person is more than likely a catfish. Some of them are better than others. Some people don't jump straight to the money, you know what I mean? But especially the ones that jump straight to the money, you know that's some fake shit. Another way to tell is if they are constantly trying to avoid like getting on FaceTime, stuff like that, to try to prove that they are really who they say they are, that's a red flag. If they are also like always making up excuses as to why they cannot meet up with you or hang out with you, or they stand you up, they're more than likely a catfish. And sometimes they technically didn't stand you up. Sometimes they're there watching you sit there waiting for somebody that ain't never coming. Now, in some cases, like I had a case way back in the day, back when I used to live in Pennsylvania. It was so long ago. I was fresh out of college, and I moved there to work. And I met someone, I forget, was that on POF back then too? I can't even remember the name of the site I was on. I think it was a regular social media site, actually. It wasn't Facebook. I don't really remember the name of that site. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I met someone on there and saw their photos, and I mean, it was a normal, nice looking person. And so I was communicating with this person, and finally we were like, hey, let's meet up. So, alright, boom. I drove to the restaurant we agreed to. I got there before him, but, you know, I was an independent girl. I had my own money, so honestly, I didn't care. If that dude didn't show up at all, I would have been fine with it, because I still was going to eat. I still was going to get my drink on, because whatever. I'm here now, and it's dinner time. Like, what else I'm supposed to do? You got me out my house, and it was cold too? Like, yeah. So anyway, based on the conversation, obviously I thought this person was cool. Like I said, I got there first, and when he got there, oh, well, God, I'm sorry, I keep stumbling. When he got there, the only reason why I could really tell that was probably the person I was supposed to be meeting is because they looked like they were looking for someone. But when he approached the table and I saw his face, he was not the person in the profile. I was really like shocked that he was bold enough to really just show up not looking like his picture. Like, he was legit not that person. It wasn't that he looked more fine on the photo than he did in person. No, he was legit a whole nother person. Like, that's not cool. Like, really? I thought that was super bold. So, of course, what did I do? I had a little appetizer, drank my little drink because I felt like I deserved one after that. And I avoided the whole conversation about the fact that he wasn't who he was supposed to be or who he posted to be, right? And I got the hell out of there. Right after that, I paid for my stuff myself. I got out of there, like, fast. I was not trying to be there because I know, like, I am, for the most part, a really nice person. But after a couple of drinks, what I truthfully think unfiltered comes out, and you know, it's just, it could be a bad situation. So I got the hell out of there. Yeah. But anyway, that was back in the day. way back in the day. And I think people are a little more afraid to actually show up nowadays when they catfish. They just do it a lot of times for shits and giggles, I think, for the most part. But anyway, so those are some of the ways to tell. But anyways, those are like, you know, 4 quick ways to kind of tell that somebody just might be trying to pull your leg. Something's fishy, something's up about that. And honestly, nowadays on IG, we have the Insta story, we have Snapchat. Those are other ways for people to prove that they are who they are. So if you on their Insta story and they don't never have no videos, or they don't ever post the Insta story, then they're probably not that person. That's why. Or if when they do, all they post is objects and you never see them, that's another red flag. But that was a secondary. Like, that wasn't even a part of the countdown. Anyway, I'm sure there are several other the fuck? This day is so crazy. Okay, I'm sure there are several other tricks and tips that people can share that they use to kind of authenticate if someone is who they post to be. So go ahead, drop them in the comments below if you have some things you want to add to the list, because I know I didn't cover all of them. I just covered like 4, maybe 5. I'm not even sure I did 5, but I only covered a couple. So drop some other hints and tips down below for everybody who is brave enough to online date. And yeah, that's all I really have for y'all today. Hopefully this video wasn't too long. I don't know, I really have a problem with that. I'm trying to get better. Anyway, like this video if you like it, and again, if you're new and you stayed this long, you might as well go ahead and like this video if you like it, and if you are new and you stayed this long, you might as well go ahead and subscribe, baby. Come on, join the party. Alright y'all, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go get something to eat because I just keep messing up. I don't know, I'm stumbling over my words. I just sound crazy as hell.